The most coveted European free agent has been signed, and the Nashville Predators are the team that won the Vitali Pinchuk sweepstakes. Pinchuk is a 24-year-old centerman who's been playing the last few years over in the KHL for Dynamo Minsk. He's had some really great development. This season, he put up 31 goals and 66 points in 65 games. Over 50% in the faceoff circle, shot the puck over 200 times. He's a very intriguing player. He has good size, but he's not very physical. Only 6 hits, as you can see. But he does have a North American style game, it seems like. He goes to the net hard. He scored almost all of his goals this season right at the net front. He's got good hands and type. I've seen some questions about his defensive game and his skating, so maybe he's more so a winger in the NHL. But he's got a very intriguing profile. I believe 29 teams were reportedly interested in him, so basically the entire league. And Nashville was able to get him a 1-year deal at $1.025 million. Nashville has struggled to score in years past, but this year they had some pretty good performances. Stamkos and Philip Forsberg had over 40 goals. Ryan O'Reilly had 25, Matthew Wood had 17, and then it kind of really fell off after that. Looking at their 5-on-5 numbers, they ranked 23rd in goals for per 60, 11th in high danger chances per 60, and 16th in high danger goals per 60. So I wonder if Pinchuk can help, raise those numbers, get to those high danger areas, and actually capitalize on the chances. Luke Evangelista is a phenomenal playmaker. He had 44 assists this season, and I do wonder if those guys could do well on a line together. Maybe you put Pinchuk down the middle and Evangelista on the wing there, or you put Pinchuk on the wing as well and put someone else down the middle. Nashville's in an interesting spot. They're kind of a middling team over the last few seasons. You have Stamkos, Brady Shea all on these massive money deals. Roman Josi, Philip Forsberg. But they're not quite good enough to be a playoff team. They finished 4 points out this season. I like what they did at the deadline in terms of selling off their UFAs like Nick Blankenberg, Michael Bunting. And they do have some prospects coming up. So they have, a veteran team, but they have some youth coming. So maybe we can see a full-on youth movement here for Nashville soon. Wood had a pretty good season. You have Reed Schaefer, Fedor Svechkov, Ozzy Weisblatt, Joachim Kamel, Brady Martin, who they just drafted 5th overall. We'll see if he can be a full-time NHLer. Igor Zurin, who's another Russian player. The back end needs some work. Ryan Ufko had a pretty good stint. And of course, in goal, you have Saros, who's actually been struggling kind of over the last few years. So hopefully he can bounce back for them. And Pinchuk's a very interesting player, but definitely proceed with caution because KHL players, they do tend to not work out too well in the NHL. When you look at guys like Vadim Shipashov, Maxim Shabanov didn't really have a great year with the Islanders this season. Maxim Siplakov has really struggled this year as well after having a decent rookie season. However, sometimes there are, the superstars like an Artemi Panarin. And then sometimes you just have the players who actually become effective role players like Ilya Mikheyev, like Nikita Zaitsev for a bit. I think Pinchuk does have, a better translatable game to the NHL to play in a top 9. He plays the more North American style. He had a stint with the Kingston Frontenacs back before the pandemic. So he's more used to the North American game, and he doesn't rely purely on skill. A lot of it is his brain. So let me know, what do you think about this Vitali Pinchuk signing? Do you think he's going to be an effective player or he's going to go back to Russia soon? Do you think Nashville can have a bounce back season next year? Let me know all your thoughts down below and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.